find a restaurant where I could get a bottle of beer. This is the only one. Moretti, nice beer, 780 yen, so not cheap. The food's fucking 1800 yen for omelettes. Don't fancy paying that, even though it does look quite nice. It's very nice, actually. And this is a Costa coffee from Britain. Maybe that's why it's so expensive. So what a strange day. I couldn't find the keys to the car, and I parked the car right under the eaves of the bank. So that was a problem. And I thought maybe they had a day off because they didn't get here, 5 to 8 at the bank. Called the Jaff to take me away, and then I look around all over the place, and the keys, I put them on the top of the Tando oven. So I ran into the yard, got the truck out of the way. Then I get a message saying someone has sent money from England, and I couldn't figure out the app online, so I went into town to see all my money. And then having sorted that out, I tried to find a meal. Arigato. Thank you. Hope there's no tax on this fucking meal. It's cold. It is very good. Probably nice someplace in London, they do have Italian beers on there, on tap. Lemon squash, not squash, squash. Thank God, no tax on it. But in Nagoya Station, lots of places for Wi-Fi, so that's good. Beer's cold. So I had a black plastic bag with me because I couldn't find my briefcase. And then I realised that I'd fucking lost it. And I'm very lucky because I withdrew some money. And I have been known to put the fucking money in the bag. And as I was canning in my hand, it got lost. But I put the money in my back pocket. So going back to the places I went to, I couldn't find it. Some cunts mouthing at me in Pronto, the Italian restaurant, had a very crappy, expensive avocado salad. When we're going there again. People are fucking changing. For American people, Australian people, Costa Coffee is a chain in England. They got very big, maybe for its boots. And now the pound is going down again. That's the exact opposite of what I want. Now I've brought pounds into the country. I think I've been in Japan 30 years and I've only had omelettes with rice in. Maybe 3 times. I like it, but there's so much. Japanese love it, but there's so many more interesting things to read. So I found on this floor there's a Salvatore Cuomo restaurant, and they do a lunch buffet for 4 hours, 3,500 yen. no limits, no time limit. So I'm wondering if my daughter wants to do that with me. There was a girl in America, in New York, an attractive girl, and she was walking around saying that everybody was wolf whistling at her, from building sites. So she was walking past building sites and where men might be working, and she's complaining about these men whistling at her. But the thing is, to get about 5 people to whistle at her, she had to walk around New York for 10 hours. I could get more fucking people insulting me in 10 minutes. All right, Ian, nice surprise. How you going, pal? I've just come into town to check how much money they sent me from England. So now I've done that, the fucking pound has gone down against the yen. So the whole point of this exercise, over the last 20 years, the pound has been, it was like hovering around 200 yen to the pound and stayed around there for a long time. Then it went down to 180, then up to 260, then down to 130, then back up to 186, and now it's going back down again. And we don't want that, because that's my pension. It's like that, I'll have to go and live in England. Have you got a YouTube site, Ian? I did. I had a cup of tea yesterday at Gusto. Tea leaf, real tea leaves. Yeah, there's some things, like there's some cafes I've seen in London, and they look really good. And I think it varies. You can get like there's a Scottish guy, and he does a breakfast for about £5. And then there's some other people, they do a breakfast for about 17 quid. The disparity, is that the right word? Discrepancy, disparage. Yeah, my judo teacher at that time, I took him to London with me, and we both had a big breakfast in London. He was like, the time, probably 95 kilos, big guy, over 6 foot. But Japanese people cannot eat big breakfasts or a Yorkshire pudding dinner. I was just saying that I'm in the Costa Coffee Cafe in Japan. And that's one of the big changes in England now. Yeah, cup of rosé. Yeah, I think most people, my age and anyway. I don't know if the young English people say that. What about, are there any problems in Australia though, like global warming, smoking, rats, monkeys, poison, fish? So that's poisson, I mean, not fish. No, it's terrible it's terrible in England now. A group of people, I think that maybe they were on a break at Tesco's, and they shamisen, yeah, SHA, not to correct you, but yeah, I've got one of those as well. Or maybe I should check if it's still there. It was in the front room. Yeah, I paid about. It was on. It was at a recycle shop for 2,000 yen. Now the thing, if you can get it, what I was trying to find is the thing that you play it with. Now, if it's one made out of a turtle, they're very expensive. So if it's made out, if it's kame turtle, they're really expensive. Can you play? Do you play instruments? I couldn't find the key to my truck this morning, which caused a big problem. This restaurant has got nothing. It's got no snacks. So there's nothing, like 500 yen, 600 yen. It's all like 1,800 yen. Well, there was a kid meal. That was 800 yen. Oh, the fat girl's laughing. Probably laughing at me. So the three younger waiters, they all look like they could be straight out of a boy band. Ah, interesting. Well, near me, where I live, and I've never been in it, I've gone past it many times. It's a museum of musical instruments. Oh, really? Oh. Well, I feel very honoured to have such a talented person on my what is it broadcast. Or you should check out my songs. I signed a contract with Fremantle Music, the off what do you call them, X Factor, and one of my songs, I had two songs. Well, the song I sang was called Two Words, and I did that flawlessly. I performed it about 5 times in front of everyone, and the producers of the show said it was a good song. Yeah, I was just wondering, Ian, when you said Ian Watts official, so I wondered maybe you what. Well, I don't know what I said the other day, somewhat famous name. Yeah, I'll have to go in and see if I can make a video about it. Like, 'cause it's about 10 minutes from my house. Have you ever seen the, all right, Murray.
Have you ever seen the ones that the Japanese have? I don't know if they have them in other countries, but it's like a little piano, little keyboard, but and you blow through it. You have a tube and you blow through the tube. Look, that's that triangular one, isn't it? I've walked. I think I've walked about 2 miles today, trying to find somewhere to eat, and then trying to find my black plastic bag. Yeah, like I say, and just check if that. Just check if that plectrum. I forget what they call it now. It's got a special name, or the big plectrum for the shamisen. Just check if it's made out of turtle, because you could sell it for a fortune. The strange thing is, with these three good-looking young lads, maybe on the weekend they're going to get all their girl fans. They're going to get all their girl fans coming in. Yeah, I thought I had one, and I think I bought one for 5,000 yen or something. I thought it was the real thing, but I couldn't. I forget what it is now. Oh, to tell you what I've got, you know those long things with the Japanese inside. I've got 2 or 3 of those. What do you call them? It's the classic old instrument when it's very, very long, and they've got bridges across it. They support the wires. Oh, very cute girl just come in. Oh, Japanese girls are so stylish. I'll try and name a beer. Yeah, clearly, I think I've got 2. Koto, that's it. It's a Koto. There's a Chinese girl, and she does this thing, and she plays the koto, the piano, and the violin. Genzen, what's that, Ian? Is that the name of the girl that plays the instruments? It's like it looks like that lad was a bit confused as where he was taking these drinks to. Yeah, I was thinking of doing that because it's a famous piece, that girl. I think she's Chinese when she's playing those 3 instruments. But I was thinking of doing a bit. What do you call it? You know, Pete. What do you call the English duo? He was very famous for playing the piano in the nude. So I was wondering if I should do that. Play the koto, the bike, because I've got all 3 instruments, and do it in the nude, showing off my big fat bum. Oh, I've never heard of that one, Ian. I've seen the one with the stick in the box. We got a Firmin. Is it called? What's it? A Firmin? What's that? You think I should show me bollocks when I'm playing these musical instruments? There's not much to see nowadays, Murray. Yeah. 生ください。
生、ナビ、ナビ。
The other girls were the people are looking at me very strangely today. I think because I've got these sticking out of me big dirty white jumper. I can be at times. I just need to get a wash, Murray. Usually, when I get these cheap Oshi body, when I wipe my head, they just usually turn black. Yeah, I need to shave my head, get all this smartened up. All right, Tony. Is it Tony? Is this which Tony is this one? I'm getting mixed up with my Tonys. Is this sour Californian Toripal? No, but there's not. Unless it gets complicated, then I'll just ask someone to speak for me. But generally, I don't have any problems. I can get by business-wise and dealing with things, arguing with the police. I've got a video somewhere of me arguing with the police. I hope I haven't. And I'm arguing them for about half an hour. Can you, where までやってくれる？
上まで少々
できれば、もうちょっと
失礼いたします。
お願いします。
はい。
Just give me a short measure there. There used to be a Shakey's in this area. And I went and I said, I ordered half a beer, pizza, half a beer. And I said, no, I've changed my mind, I'll have a large beer. She threw the half beer down the sink. Someone said, arigato. Thank you. See, isn't that a lot better? Do you know, I played chopsticks on the piano, but using chopsticks. We keep walking towards me with plates of food. I'm sure they're trying to entice me to get some grub. Yeah, there's a video actually on my channel. I keep telling myself I'm going to stop drinking. Yeah, I'm sure you would, mate, if you're very talented. I think this shop's speciality is definitely omelets. I don't know that movie, Tony. What is it? Who's in it? I'm not sure I know that one, mate. Are you talking about a recent movie? I No, I've not heard of that. I've not heard of that. A bad fuzzy bunny destroying the local economy for these animal bakers. No, I've never. Is this a cartoon? Is it a cartoon? You remember Watership Down? I read one of the first books. I read that Watership Down, and there was this sign in the butcher shop, and it said, "You've read the book, you've seen the movie, now eat the stars." Yeah, I don't know what they shoot. I mean, American parents are getting very agitated now about what the bloody school teachers are teaching their kids. Yeah, there's a bilingual girl with ginger hair. She's Spanish and English, American girl, or Mexican girl, or whatever. And she was saying when she was a kid, some of her English is messed up because her dad was pronouncing the English word badly, and that and one instead of saying, oh, well, I'll say what her dad says, chunky cheese, which was quite funny, and tarantula. How's it going in California, Tony? Well, I've got two young fans from Australia, two young girls. Their mom has just got a job in California, and she's going to be she's a midwife, and so all the family is going over to California. Cheers, Tony. Thanks, Bob. Can you, if you are a YouTuber in Japan and you're doing well, with the strength of the dollar, you've got like a fucking 50% pay rise. That's brilliant. I'm not doing well. Ronaldo or Messi? I think I've got to go for Ronaldo. Yeah, I haven't watched too much of Messi, to tell you the truth. But they've got to be the same. They both won the same amount of Ballon d'Or, so I guess they're both pretty special players. But I go more Ronaldo because he's got these fucking long shots. He's got the power. He's got everything, hasn't he? So, and he's on. I think Ronaldo is very humble. A bit like me. that's what Donald Trump said, isn't it? Because actually, I'm very humble. Woman, can I have two? Two. Let me go first. No, I was a fatty, but but I used to play from like, we had neighbours who were Catholics and they would organise all the sports. So we would play cricket and football with them and running. Thank you. So we would play around the block. They'd organise all these sports, and then he became a traffic warden, not one of them. And so that's getting revenge on all the non-Catholics. But then when we went to the youth club from about 14, I would play football every day. And then when I left school at 16, I played for the Works football team. And so I'd be playing football like 7 days a week. But nothing, I've never really lifted anything ever. I think I got bigger doing the scrap work. I keep picking that stuff up. So I think that's when I started to get bigger, is doing that work, the scrap. I'd say this is 580 yen, which is $4. Hello, Clayton. So honestly, Americans coming to Japan, I guess is it strong all over the American dollar? But definitely in Japan, it's like 50%. Go ahead, Clayton. You know I've got a very short temper. Clayton, I've got a Facebook friend called Clayton, I think. Oh dear. Yeah, I thought I recognized the name. Were you on the other day, or was that a different guy? Yeah, when I was a teenager, Tony, I also did temping bowling. I think they'd use the pterodactyls so they could steal a march on the enemy. Yeah, it's a great, it's very addictive bowling. But you couldn't use your Stegosaurus for transporting materials. Nazi schmatzes. You know something? I don't think English people say that too much about with the Jewish in tone. Nazi schmatzes. Yeah, I watched a bit of a program about most of the killing was done by people that would be policemen. So it's not really a surprise, really. You know, the numbers that they killed, and then they fucking wrote it all down. So they couldn't avoid. Well, they couldn't avoid justice. They didn't really get justice by being hanged. They should have had the same treatment. Worked them to death and given them no food. Eat. Wait, what's this? Are you talking about? But generally speaking, it wasn't the soldiers that were killing the Jews. They were like civilians that were killing the Jews. No, but he would have been fighting against, depending where he were, he'd have been fighting against Russians or English or Americans if he was a soldier. But the people that were killing the Jews were like they'd just been brought up to the policemen, and they converted them to soldiers. Actually, Clayton, I think you're trying to wind me up here, but the soldiers did not like doing it. The soldiers did not like killing all those people. They didn't like it. And this is why they brought these coppers in. Maybe your granddad was just a sick individual. Do you mean he enjoyed it as if he was a rabid dog? Now, the thing that I didn't like about that, what they would do, people that had no interest in religion, like 3 or 4 generations back, they were just normal Germans. They had nothing to do with religion. It's just like I'm a Christian, but I've got nothing to do with religion. And so they killed everybody, which I don't think was very nice. Well, I had a Jewish friend, or I thought he was a friend, and I paid him to translate between when we went to the police centre. I was trying to get out of a ticket or something, and his Japanese was very, very good. And we went, and the police, there were 3 police officers at this hearing, and they said to him, "Is he your friend?" And he said no. I could understand that Japanese, and he said no. And I'd given this cunt fucking jobs. I'd given him work. I'd sold him a load of stuff at really cheap prices. Really helped him out. And then he said, "Is your friend?" And he says no. And I was paying him for translating. And draw your own conclusions. On Face, I'm not sure if it's Facebook or YouTube, and it was like it's called On This Day, and it goes over stories of young men mainly in the Second World War, and the things they did, the bravery of these young men is fucking unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. 18, 19 years old, and you. And you look at today's 18, 19-year-old, 20 years old, and fucking hell, they've not no clue, have they? You get these young men laying down their lives for their mates under this tremendous pressure of fucking shelling and bullets and grenades at 18 years old. Oh my God. Do you know what a claymore is? So I went into the McDonald's downstairs in the station, and I thought I'd just have a snack. I thought I'd have a fillet of fish are nice. She goes 410 yen. And goes, what? No, I'd had a fillet of fish like a week before. In my city, it's 370 yen. And in Nagoya station, it's 410 yen. So I says, have the price has gone up? Because no, it's always been this price. I says, not on my fucking watch. And so I says, cancel the order. I didn't know that. They're charging different prices at McDonald's. Yeah, Clem, I'm not so sure if it's more a weapon than a bomb. And it's just like two pieces of metal that are put together, and inside are lots of ball bearings. But in Australia, there was this very stupid corporal or sergeant, and what he did, he faced the claymore the wrong way around. So if it's like this, and so this explodes, and all these ball bearings come out of here and attack the enemy, but he had it this way, and so he killed like a load of his troops. No, I think they're just abusing the inflation, Tony. Oh, she's stylish. Thanks for knocking my phone down. You twat. Yeah, but the thing is, in Japan, the 100 yen shop with tax 110 yen, they haven't changed their prices. Beer has not increased. The cans of beer, they've hardly increased. Maybe 5 yen, 10 yen. But if you get some chocolate biscuits, they've gone up fucking 30%. What's happening there? Did they want us to eat beer? Bread's gone up, expensive. Have you got your own house, Tony, or you pay rent? Because this looks like in California and New York, people are really fucking killing the renters. My young friend says that they've got an apartment and it's $3,000 a month. I did my bit, mate. It's 1.1 or 1.2, 2 kids. I just went. I went above and beyond duty. No, boys and girls don't even want boyfriends and girlfriends. In Japan, if you, let's say you get a young man, let's say you get a man at 27, 28 years old, his salary will be about 300,000 yen. Take out 60,000 yen for accommodation, 20,000 yen for other stuff. He's got like 200,000 yen spending money. Now, if he gets married, that 200,000 yen spending money becomes 30,000 yen. So if your wife is kind, she'll give you 30,000 if she's like for your spending money for the month. What do you mean you believe in trades, mate? You mean like you're a tradesperson, like a builder or a electrician or something? Yeah, I remember when I was in LA, 1988, 1989, and I was just looking at the papers, and they were just saying, do this course, do that course, like 26 weeks, something like that. You got a fucking new career, earning really good money. That's what I loved about America. You could be going nowhere, and then just go on a course for 6 months, and you'd have a career. No, this college is fucking bullshit. Tony Blair said everyone should go to college. No, they shouldn't, Tony, because you get turned into a con. And they fucking. If you're working class in England and you go to college and you get a degree, you start to look down on everyone else. People that are bricklayers, they're plumbers, even fucking painters and decorators, they're earning more money. Yeah, well, I was lucky. I was working down the coal mines, and then I saw an advertisement for working for British Telecom, become a telephone engineer, and they just train you up. But I was lucky is that at that time, no one had phones in England. They didn't have phones. There wasn't a network. All of a sudden, everybody wanted a telephone. So they had to take on all these engineers or trainees and then train them up. If I'd have stayed on another 10 years, I'd have been having a really good pension now. Or maybe another 20 years, a decent pension. But it's not only that though, Tony. If you're a tradesman, your life's more enjoyable. Hey, that girl with the cute hat on just looks over the. She just peeks over the top there. Onegaishimasu.
ナビ。
Nam. Boom. Yeah, I was. My son had all kinds of different jobs, but he was going to be electrical engineer. Thank you. And then he ended up becoming a security guard because he's fucking absolutely massive. Thanks. And what was his name? I think we're going to know the story. But the thing is, if you work for a company in Japan, Tony, you're giving your life. If you work at an engineering factory, you're like there from 8:30 in the morning till fucking 8 o'clock at night. Oh, really? Fuck, aren't they silly cunts, eh? Yeah, I'd rather earn a load of money. But the thing is, Tony, if you can earn a load of money, you can save money, then you can buy a house and then rent it out. Which is what I did when I was 20. I bought a house. But instead of renting it out, I took in my ungrateful fucking brothers. Hello, oh, didn't see it. Hello, Gurpreet. Yep, I can, like when I used to teach at these companies, the classes would be like 7 till 8 o'clock at night. No, but I saw something in America now where, tradesmen, they're like $50, $60 or more per hour. A fucking 10-hour day, that's a good day, innit? I don't want to be working 2 days a week. Especially if you could get that money in the hand, yeah? Well, I must admit, the beer is good quality here. Hey, TB, last night when we were at that restaurant, you see the video, this guy's at the fucking door, he's got his feet stretched out, and this guy comes in, he has to step over his feet. So like I'm in a typical mood, I guess, what's this dozy cunt doing? And then he understood, I think he understood my my grift or whatever, my drift. And then he stands up. And his wife is there as well. And I just said, you better go home. And he was getting a bit fucking leery. So when I went outside, he was waiting for me at the truck or at his car. Cliff Reese Jones, exactly.
Yeah, the video was switched off. But it was really well pissed. So no, I couldn't touch him. He was too drunk. I could if I'd have just like shoved him backwards like that, he'd have fell over. So I wasn't gonna touch him, not at all. But his wife was all right. She could speak English as well. I should have said to her, "Is this twat your husband?" No, I don't. Well, there could be a replay one day because like I'm in town all the time, so in the city all the time. So he could try to do something at a later date. We'll see. But I wouldn't advise him. I'm not. I'm only 5'8". It's just people keep saying I'm big, and then they're looking at my belly. This belly has put a lot of food on people who work in pubs and restaurants plates. But he was but he was a skinny guy as well, so he wouldn't have fared well. So at the car, he's trying to come because I come out just after him, and then his wife stopped him, and she's going, "Nanny, Nanny," and so I just got in the truck and drove off because I didn't want to touch him because he's fucking. I've been drinking. I've got the car, so it'd have been a very bad idea. But but it was really, really drunk. So maybe this is why he wanted to have conflicts. There was a mate who I heard of who died recently. His name was Glenn. He was a few years older than me. And I smacked a few of his mates, and he said to me, "You only find people when they're drunk." I said, "Yeah, Glenn, well, we're in the fucking pub. We've been drinking together. I'm drunk as well." Would you rather date an ugly girl that's loyal? How much money does the hoe pay me? Well, no. The thing is, we did a video the other day of this girl. If she's a 10 out of 10, she wouldn't be going with me. But I don't mind paying money. There was a girl in the drink section of the supermarket, and she had 2 cups of water. And she's doing this with the nose. She's doing like this. Yeah, she's for a long time. And then, so I went over to her after the video, and I said, "It's dangerous to drink too much water." And she just looked at me. Just totally ignored. I don't think she was in shock. She just ignored everything that I said. But she was there the next night. Tony, what did you send me? $5. That $5 is 750. That $5 is 746 yen. So it just shows the fucking strength of the dollar now. Successful Japanese YouTubers must be fucking lapping it up. I'll have to get asked called what's called the guy Tokyo Sam. How much food can you get with 700 yen? Well, you can get a lunch or a breakfast, a big breakfast. 700 yen, you get pancakes. You probably get curry rice for 550 yen, 600 yen. Tekken, well, I don't know what Tekken is. You could get 2 meals, but junior size at a restaurant called Sukiya, and you can get mini size meals. So you could get 2 meals for 350 yen. Oh, I have no idea what that is, mate. The other month I picked up a load of games, and they've all got the discs inside them. And one of the games is called Santa something, Santa Slayer. I think maybe the best game was, you know, that boxing when you had 2 boxers in the ring and you had a red and blue, and you. That's got to be better than all the video games. For example, with Gurpri, in this restaurant, the food is 1,800 yen. Very nice, but it's a bit pricey. And you can do all you can eat. And I saw one today, buffet for 4 hours, 3,500 yen. Fucking hell, $5 for a tank of gas. That's fucking, you're talking 1930s. How much is it? How much is it in America now if you had like a Big Mac, Mega Mac, a Mega Mac Seto? So if you had a Mega Mac and hash browns and a drink. Fucking $13.90. Fucking $13 for a fucking. Are you fucking serious? That's 2,000 yen. That's 3. I had one of those this morning. 600 yen.
Mega Mac, a medium latte, and a ash brown. So that would be, if you came to Japan, that's fucking $4. Fucking, I couldn't find my key to the, I couldn't find my key to the truck this morning, and it was in the bank's car park, and they fucking came, and I phoned the Jaff. But as I looked at, I'd put the fucking key on the, I put the key at the front of the house on the tandoor. I'm talking about McDonald's, Tony. Surely not $14 at McDonald's. Yeah, I've talked about this before. When I was a kid, so we would drink at like 16 years old, and a pint of beer was 14 pence. And I remember that. And then I saw a video of Les Dawson and John Cleese in a skit, not a skip. And they brought the price up. This is in the 1970s. 14 pence for a pint of beer. And 14 pence is like 20 cents. Yeah, that's unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable. Do you know how much it is here? A Big Mac meal, like even if you increase the size of the fries, that's another 50 yen. And at lunchtime, it's a little bit cheaper. So that would be 800 yen or $6. Well, I definitely think that there's some like skullduggery going on, without a doubt. Well, it's not just working classes. They fucking everybody's got to pay. But the thing is, if you've got no money, you shouldn't be eating at fucking McDonald's or fucking or doing takeaways. You should be eating inside the house. I can remember eating outside the house 2 times in my life as a kid. My dad would take us to the market and he'd buy like, for 6 old pennies, he'd buy like some cockles and mussels. And then my mum she took me to a cafe, and that was just like sandwich chips and things. That's why you need a girl who does OnlyFans. I find that hard to believe, Tony, those prices. If and then in 14. I think they should say, when they say, have you seen I'm sure everyone's seen that video of the massive guy shouting at the top of the voice he's fucking about 6 foot or more. No tits. And you misgendered me, blah, blah, blah. Then these cunts are going into women prison and raping the fucking inmates. It's a collie. It's man.
woman next to me, she's got food all over her face, all over the dress, and her boyfriend does not say anything. But I don't think he was in a dress, he was in like shorts. In shorts and a t-shirt. I fucking feel sorry for all these employees. No wonder they fucking. This $20 an hour in America now, isn't it? California. This, of course, is because we stopped bullying. I think it started a long time ago, actually. All the kids that were bullied in school are now in charge of the councils, and they're fucking paying themselves massive salaries and making it, and well, feel miserable. It's only in one way when we start shooting them. If I was in Sheffield now, the police would be round at my house in 2 hours. So now the government is praising these Tesco workers that stopped these thieves from taking. They said they got 3,000 quid's worth of fucking machinery in the back of the fucking truck. I'm sure that they could have a system where you could only get in the shop with your fucking credit card. Surely you can do that. That's not that hard to fucking set up. You just go through one door using your credit card. If you haven't got a credit card, then you're not likely to be shopping. I am from England. I think if I have one more beer, then I can go home and sleep well. Try to get on the train. It was a very strange day today. I was saying before, TB, Tony, that there's this girl in America, she walked around New York dressed provocatively, trying to get catcalls. She got about 5 catcalls from workers and people on the street. It took her fucking 10 hours because no one gave a fuck. It took her 10 hours. Apart from that, New York is a fucking game. But I could get more insults in fucking 10 minutes in Japan. Thank you. Now I want to get like a secret thing on my front so I can watch people. Yeah, I can see people. This one cunt in the cafe today, I can see him looking at me as I'm ordering food. I can see the cunt looking at me. And then I can hear him saying, he's going like, Kirai Kiddo. As I'm walking in the street, this boy and girl walks past me in the underground. And as she walks past, she goes, Kimoi.
Kimoi means like kimochiwarui, but it's like a slang. So it's a shortening of kimochiwarui, kimoi. Young people say kimoi means it makes me sick. No, but the thing is, nanny, but the thing is, I need verification because every time I say to someone, why did you say that? They just fucking didn't. Yeah, I used to confront them. But then what I started to do, as I could see them a few feet in front of me saying something derogatory. And so then what I used to, as they walked past me, instead of arguing the toss, I would just shout cunt in the face really, really loud. And this was very enjoyable. Yeah, I used to confront them all the time. And of course, they never said or did anything. I think I've said this story before. I was in, no, they just jumped. But there was this one, there was this one guy in Gusto in Iwakura. And when he walked past me, I shouted cunt. When I went out the side of the restaurant, he was waiting for me, but I just ignored him. Because it's that feeling, what, did they say something? Didn't they say something? It could be imaginary, I don't know. Oh, look who's turned up. My lovely friend from Australia, and I thought she was in America. Rachel, Tony above, he's in California. And he might be a builder. No, but I did and do want to go to England. When I was in America, when I was in fucking Hawaii on holiday, they don't expect me to speak Japanese, but two cunts were walking to me, two Japanese cunts walking towards me, slagging me off. But before we do that, Tony, we need to learn how to spell colonizing. He was. Yeah, we'll have to drink with you one day, Tony. You're busy working. Well, Tony, what are your skills, your tradesman skills? Because Rachel here, she employs people building houses and renovation. I know. I've got to keep my eye on him. Rachel, maybe Rachel doesn't even go in McDonald's. Rachel, how much is a Big Mac and fries? How much is a big fries set drink in Australia? Oh, just look at this cute girl in front of me. She's talking to her boyfriend about me. She looks like the girl from Breaking Bad, but not as good looking. This is the shop I'm in. It's all omelettes, but I've just been drinking beer. This is my fourth beer. Wow, that's not a trade, is it, mate? That's a specialist. That is specialist, mate, isn't it? I think Tony's been stringing me along all this time. A luthier, I've heard that. Is a luthier also a musician as well? Well, that's quite interesting because the other guy on today, Ian from Australia, is a concert pianist. Finally, I'm getting a group of musicians together. No, but it's more like artisan, isn't it? It's not. It's like an artisan. It's not like you're a. It's a really specialist. It's a specialist thing. So it's not like you're a plasterer or a bricklayer or a joiner. It's a specialist. It's a specialist trade where it's like an apprenticeship, yeah. Yeah, I got you. I got you, TB. You know how you can tell a pretty girl in Japan is when she's good looking from her profile. It was probably money for old Rob. I think I'm going to be pissed when I finish this beer. So, Rachel, it looks like Tony won't be any good for you. He's a fiddler. I don't know. This is the. Yeah, I didn't have one earlier. Fourth one. Yes. Tony's on the fiddle. Do you know what, Tony? Do you know what that is? Tony on the fiddle. I think that's when you were in England when you were working, but you were claiming social security. When is that? What that's that, isn't it? Oh. I met this guy once, and yeah, you know the massive basses. He had that, and it was broke. And I wanted to get it from him, and he said he'd give it me, but he ended up not giving it me. And because I think the big bass I think that's the fucking coolest of instruments. Just think if you could, so you did security, and you restring or repair. You could be a villain in the next James Bond film. Yeah, keep in the trade, mate. Keep in the trade. I'm sure that we are all. I can speak from the other people on the thread. We're all impressed. He's tone deaf. Mike Hunt. All right, Mike, how you going? This the Mike Hunt in England is he's what's he doing? He's fed up of people cheating on the dole. Well, Mike does turn up now and again. Hey, Mike. Last time you were on, a very interesting discussion, but there was where was this guy from now? I can't. I think he was a Londoner being overseas, but he was explaining what it was fucking like to be on meth, and he was a meth addict, and he was fucking brilliant, explaining exactly what it's like. And it sounds like a really, really, really terrible fucking drug. I saw something on the internet, shorts. It was Russell Brand's brother, and it was. I know this girl was saying what's happening with all these women showing their labia minor, and then this other girl saying, "What kind of fucking friends have you got?" I think if you're willing to show your labia, minor or majora, I think you should definitely be on OnlyFans or OnlyFanny or only part of Fanny or only parts of your Fanny. Dirty legs. Now, what you got to do is see what a lot of foreign girls do is they fuck everyone in their town, and then what they do is they come to Asia and marry an Asian and never take him back to their hometown, allegedly. The flange. Excuse this language, Rachel, if you're still there. Well, there's 9% left on the video. All right. Well, what did you have for tea tonight, Rach? Just wondering, Rachel, do you and your family, your dad, know David Mitchell? She's that Victoria Coren. I think she's all right, but she's a bit snotty. Hey, 5:47. I didn't realise you were that early. Yeah, but you've. So many years ago, I made a wire stripping machine. I had two people tell me. One person, he was a systems manager in Germany, spoke fluent English, a cross-dresser, and he said, "Gary, you cannot do this." But I did it. I made this stripping machine. And then my other friend, who's fucking mental, said, a monkey could make this. And I said, no, Rick, a monkey could not make this because it's a sin. So it just shows you what they want to say and what they want to do. That's regarding the chimp. The chimp. I don't think chimps are clever. I think crows are clever. Fucking chimps are violent psychopaths. Yeah, I have to make another one. I got the rollers from the fucking scrapyard. So I dropped some scrap off, and then I said, "This looks interesting." So I took them from the scrapyard and put them on the back of the truck. Chimps they've been doing well in politics for years. Yeah, I've got a load of fucking single strand wire that needs fucking separating. The cunt, she cut the fucking, she cut the band between the fucking, between the rollers, the strap, the band. Sometimes you lose your words when you've been in a different country so long. Jacinta Tahallan, I don't know. This Australian. They're fucking cunts, aren't they? No, because she didn't like the noise. Because she sat in her fucking room all the day, getting fucking paid off the fucking dole. The fucking ugly fucking cunt. I don't believe this. I think it's a guy and a girl and they're in matching outfits, down to the sneakers and the ponytails. Well, I do have more in store for it as soon as I fucking finish the warehouse. But I couldn't afford to take her for the Big Mac meal because I didn't have any American dollars. No, not recently. Somebody brought a bicycle to the warehouse the other day, but the bicycle's not a problem. If I should do like I'd take a battery in and do a long broadcast. I think politics is corrupt everywhere. My old neighbour who died when he was 95, he just said to me, like, he says, politics was the best thing. What he meant was that it got him the most money. Yeah, there was a politician called Kanemaru. When they opened his fucking when they opened his safe door, he had fucking bars of gold in it. Well, I can't see it. Yeah, same in England. See what happened? There was a there was a taxman who worked for the government, and he fucking gave so many millions away to this fucking company. As soon as he finished the work there, he got employed at this fucking company. They're cunts. In Japan, it's called amakudari, and it's called a ladder to heaven. So a politician, when they retire, they've still got their pension. Then what happens is they get employed at one of the companies that they've been fucking helping, and they get like fucking a very hefty salary. Yeah, I saw a video of an Australian saying, I don't know who the guy was, but he just saying they've stolen our country. I think what the world needs to do, what America needs to do, is to go into Switzerland and fucking force them to open up all their fucking bank accounts and where all the money's coming from, where it's going to. That's what they need to fucking do, because they're the most corrupt fuckers ever. All these cunts from Africa, China, America, England, Europe, wherever, with these fucking secret Swiss accounts. When I was in Thailand, I met this Indian businessman called Mike. And he said, that girl, she finished sucking my cock. I said, no, get out. And he was telling me that he was selling stuff or buying stuff from Chinese, paying them in dollars. And he said, and I said, well, they can't use it, can they? He says, no, because one day it will be free. So they will be, once it relaxes, they'll be able to use the dollars. No, this is saying all these fucking accounts. They all need to be tracked, all these. But the thing is, there are so fucking many of them at it. But Chinese girls are cute, aren't they? Asian girls, aren't they the cutest? So the cunt at the next table has got this massive fake watch in his hand. Who has got a concept of fair play? No, but I don't know. Is it racist to say that maybe the Chinese, the Indians, Pakistanis, and the Jews, they're the ones that are most obsessed by money? I was working with this Indian guy. I just said to him, I don't want to fucking have any more. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I'm fed up of fucking dealing with you. I don't want to deal with you ever again. It was like almost crying. And it just didn't want to fucking work with this guy or deal with this guy or sell him anything. My phone is about to run out. But it's the same in Japan. The Brazilians stick together. They don't let anyone into their group. But I've just I thought of a reason is that most of the Brazilians here are educated. They're fucking got degrees, and so they're better than us. Don't eat my spelling. The only time I used a big battery was when I was working for YouTube, like 14-hour days. I couldn't keep charging it up. I'll see if I can find that big battery again. Yeah, it's been a good stream. Interesting. Keep away from my people. Yeah, I'm a bit too drunk to understand that joke. Yep. Get off. See you guys. Bye bye.